I found out that it was using a lot less paint if I would use my paintbrush and go inside and kind of paint like that. I'm getting it all over me, but spilled some on my chair. Sitting on a towel now. It just kind of happened, but you can see that these look kind of neat. I like how they're turning out. These are the ones that I swirled around, and they're pretty, but I kind of like that solid color too. And then when they dripped together, I liked the look of the drips, so I left that. I think it looks pretty neat. And I've just been collecting these small bottles, these small glass jars, because I knew that I wanted to do some of this painting to decorate for my daughter's baby shower. And we're just trying to, save a little bit of money and let a lot of the decoration be kind of inexpensive. If we can get by with that. Things like this always end up costing a lot more than you think they're gonna, but it helps when you do some things that are free. I'm actually going to sit that in there. I like it. But, so I've got this right here. And I'm going to make it pink. Since she's having a girl. Whew. But doing all this decorating and stuff has been making me think about decorating for weddings. And I had a friend over this week who was talking to me about her daughters. She has 3 grown daughters. I asked her if that wasn't, kind of scary because, I don't know, you want them to make good choices and you want them to be happy. And she said she was okay with it, except that she wasn't sure if they were, marrying the right guy. She likes the guys okay and everything, but she sees some things that are kind of red flags, some selfishness, some behaviors that don't lend themselves very well to a happy marriage. And she said she's been telling her girls to just watch out for those red flags because when she was a teenager, she was really excited about getting married. And she was a girlfriend to this guy, and she said she knew when they got engaged and she knew when they were planning the wedding that she shouldn't marry him. But she went ahead and did it anyway. It might be because they were going to have a baby, I don't know. But she's really glad about the children. She always wanted children. But she said she wished that she had waited and not married this guy because all the selfish things that she saw from the beginning and all the differences they had about what was important and what wasn't important, they just got more and more pronounced. They got worse and worse, and their marriage was unhappy and the divorce was unhappy, and they couldn't agree on how to take care of the children or anything, and they've had fights, and it's so sad, because kids want to be born into a family where they're loved. It's worth having them even if you're not in a family where you're loved, because you can grow up and you can find love, but anyway, she was telling her girls, watch out for those red flags, don't do what I did and get married to someone that you really know you shouldn't get married to. I think that's pretty good advice. So I've been moving this paint around with my paintbrush, and it makes it where I'm not using as much. And because of the glass, I think, it's giving it a really smooth appearance. I was thinking about, I work in a high school, and we had this AP Human Geography class, and in that class on the last day of school, we were watching a video. Last few days of school, couple days of this class, we were watching a video about some girls from other countries and how they didn't have a choice. They were married off at really young ages. Their parents chose who they married. If their parents were poor, they almost sold them into marriage. It was kind of a slavery for having children. And, it usually doesn't work out very happy for the girl. And I was thinking about our girls in our schools now and how young they are. And they're so free, and yet they still, so many of them choose to give themselves away so easy to somebody who probably isn't even a nice person. It's just a user and takes advantage of them for what they can give. And because they don't know what real love is, they fall for it. And that just is so heartbreaking, because here you have people in another country, girls who don't have a choice. And on the other hand, you have girls and boys who are completely free. Maybe even more free than they ought to be, and they're making these bad choices. So I was just thinking, if you're young enough to not have made that choice yet, think about your choices and watch out for the red flags, and don't give yourself away so easy. Hold out for happiness, because, later when you get to be, 10 years older than you are now, you'll be so glad you did, because you'll have, a good relationship based on things that put you together and common goals. And I know that when I was a teenager, I didn't have a lot of goals, so I just wanted to get married someday, and I wanted to be happy. I don't even know if I planned for children. I didn't plan on where I'd live or anything else. So, while you're young, if you have a chance to make a decision and make choices, enjoy that freedom that you have and make smart decisions, make good choices. I think this one's done. I've got a couple pieces that I'm having a hard time getting to, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. I'll probably put some lace on it later.